30 days ago, I was a textbook Joe, sleeping in until noon, scrolling for hours, telling myself I'd start fresh on Monday, every single week. Then I made a decision that felt stupid at the time. I was going to live exactly like a Chad for 30 days straight. Same routine, same habits, same mindset rules. No shortcuts, no cheat days, full commitment. What happened next genuinely surprised me, and not always in the way I expected. First, let me be clear about what discipline actually means. This isn't about being perfect. It's about a specific set of daily behaviors that high-performing people consistently follow and that most of us consistently avoid. Here are the 5 rules I committed to for 30 days. Rule 1. Wake up at 6:30 a.m. every day, no exceptions. No snooze button, phone across the room. Feet on the floor within 60 seconds of the alarm. Rule 2. No phone for the first hour of the day. The first 60 minutes belong to my brain, not to an algorithm. Reading, journaling, or just silence, but no scrolling. Rule 3. Move your body before 8 a.m. Gym, run, walk, didn't matter. Just physical movement before the day started. Rule 4. Track every euro you spend. Not to restrict, just to see. Full financial awareness, 0 exceptions. Rule 5. One hard thing per day before noon. The task you've been avoiding. The email you keep postponing. Done before lunch, every day. Week 1 nearly broke me. Day 1. I woke up at 5:30 a.m., feeling like I'd been hit by a truck. No phone, just silence and darkness. My brain spent the entire first hour trying to convince me this was a terrible idea. Day 3. I skipped the gym. Told myself I'd make it up later. I didn't. Day 5. I checked my phone at 6:47 a.m., 14 minutes before the 1-hour window was up. Felt like I'd lost something. Here's what nobody tells you about discipline. The first week isn't about building habits. It's about finding out exactly how weak your current ones are. By day 7, I had failed at least one rule every single day, but I kept going. Not because I felt motivated. I didn't. Because I had made a decision. And decisions don't expire just because you feel uncomfortable. Something strange happened in week 2. Not a dramatic transformation, no movie montage, just friction started to decrease. Waking up at 6 o'clock still hurt, but it hurt less. The no phone hour stopped feeling like punishment and started feeling like mine, my hour. The one part of the day the algorithm couldn't touch. The financial tracking rule hit differently than I expected. I wasn't spending dramatically less, but I was spending consciously. Every purchase had to pass through awareness before it happened. And that single filter quietly killed about 30% of my impulse spending without me even trying. Day 11. I did the hard thing first for the 4th day in a row. Sent an email I'd been avoiding for 3 weeks. Took 4 minutes. The dread had been costing me hours of mental energy every day. By week 3, something clicked that I can only describe as momentum. The 6 o'clock alarm stopped being a battle. My body had simply adjusted. The no phone hour had become the part of the day I protected most fiercely, not because I forced it, but because I'd felt the difference between starting the day with my own thoughts versus starting it with someone else's content. The financial tracking revealed a pattern I genuinely hadn't noticed. I was spending the most money on days when I felt the most stressed, not on things I needed, on things that created the illusion of control. That single insight, stress spending, was worth the entire 30 days. Week 4 was the quietest. Not because nothing happened, but because the rules had stopped feeling like rules. They were just how I operated. Day 30. I sat down and ran the numbers. Not just financial, but personal. Here's what actually changed. Average wake-up time. From 9:47 a.m. to 6:13 a.m. Impulse purchases. Down roughly 40%. Tasks avoided for more than 3 days. From a weekly average of 6 down to 1. Hours of mindless scrolling per day. From 3.2 to 0.8. Not Chad level, but not Joe level either. Something in between. And moving in one direction. Here's the honest conclusion nobody wants to hear. I didn't become a Chad in 30 days. I was never going to. But I proved something more important. The gap between me and Chad isn't talent, genetics, or luck. It's repeated daily decisions, most of them small, most of them uncomfortable, made consistently over time. The Chad didn't wake up at 6 a.m. because he loves mornings. He does it because he decided that's who he is. And then he acted like it, every day, until his brain believed it too. Now here's your question. Which of the 5 rules would be the hardest for you to follow? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and your answer is going to shape what I cover next. And if you know someone who's been saying, "I'll start Monday" for the last 6 months, send them this. It might be the Monday that actually sticks. See you in the next one.